How many times? I mean, how many times is it going to take for you to get this? Just kidding. What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God. I am the Lilith reincarnated. That is Sir Metatron. He is standing next to the Kabbalah's Tree of Life, and we're about to dive all into that BS. What is that? The heart of Jewish mysticism. Why is a religion called mysticism? First off, I just want to point out, they have these elite little groups that you can't be part of this unless you're like a Jewish man of the age of 40 and married and, you know, fulfilled your humanly duties. Alright, dude. Whatever you say, dude. This is what got me in trouble. Got me stuck with this guy. The next levels of stuff. That's the Tree of Life. Okay. We have to go backwards to go forwards because there's always new people, and I don't know if any of you are remembering any of this. And it's more about repetition, says Kobe, and what the fuck ever. These are our highest level of tarot that I'm currently translating for you, and it teaches the Tree of Life. All of the angels by name and the invocations is what we do with these guys. Alright, we were in, I guess we'll pull the next one. Yesterday we were in a Knight of Wands energy, and I don't know how the hell we went here, but now we're in a state of justice. And following, I know, try to keep up. I'm not surprised. Alright. Why am I bringing all this? Alright, so. This is the Malkuth. Right? It's humans. This is the Yesod. And that's angels. This is the Hod. And that's archangels. Nezek, or whatever, Nezak, that's the principalities, right? The Tiferet, right here, is the virtues. The Chesed, right here, is the dominions. The Jubera is the powers. Do you speak fucking, nope, me neither. The Banah is the thrones. This is where I'm currently at with this guy and all those guys. Right here is the Chokmo, that's the cherubim. The Kether is the seraphim, and there's nothing higher than it's just God. I'm stuck in this reality. Obviously I had to go through all these realities to get stuck here. Stuck with him. I'm going to teach you through this book these layers, but they're going to be named by those names. They're not going to tell you this, right? So, as soon as you leave your conscious mind, you meet your angels. Who are they? Dead people. We're not talking archangels. We're not talking Michael and Uriel and, you know what I mean, Gabriel and Lucifer and all of them. Haniel, Actriel, none of them. I'm talking about your angels. Your dead people. Then, you have your archangels and the principalities. Then you have to face the virtues, right? The powers that be and the dominions over life. Okay, I tried to explain this for so many times. It's a climb to God, but according to Dante, we go down. This is actually a map of your internal system, your chakra system inside of your body, and how you can shift from your throat chakra and go all the way down to your solar plexus. Everything is in your solar plexus. That's your solar, that's the sun sign, that's God, your God complex, right? It all comes from here. You have to have the belief to make all of this work, and it all connects, right? So you take a freaking unbelievable thought and you have to work through your throat chakra, your heart, your belief system, your secrets and fears to make it a reality. In order to meet God, you have to be, this is that tower moment, we're meeting our tower moments. getting ready for it. It already came in my earlier videos. Your secrets, your unworthiness or worthiness over worthiness, your ability to speak about it, your ability to believe in, this vision and actually see it to come to fruition. It actually came from here. It came from God, and it was placed in your heart. But you have to work through yourself to make this real. How does that work? I'm trying to explain it. It's a flow of energy that happens within you. And that's, how do you catch all this? Your feelings. The more you honor your feelings and work through them, the more you can push energy through you. Whether it be low vibrational energy, you're transmuting lower vibrational energy. That's what we said. Low vibrational energy comes from here. Where? Your sacral. All your secrets and bullshit. All your guts. So if you're over there just, having sex all the time and shit like that, you got some low vibrational energy. That's where it is you want to ascend. Okay? Alright, let's see what we got here. We started with the intro to this, and the intro was stupid, so we're just going to jump in it. I do not speak Jewish, but we're going to learn with words like Ein Sof, God as infinity. That's how this starts. Okay? The essence of divinity is found in every single thing. Nothing but it exists. Since it causes everything to be, no one can live by anything else. It enlivens them. It exists. Its existence exists in each existent. Do not attribute duality to God. Let God be solely God. If you suppose that Ein Sof emanates until a certain point, and that from that point on is outside of it, you have dualized. And this is about non-duality. And that's where people think. There's places where you're unprotected by God. You're off the path of God. You are beyond God's reach. You are in an ungodly place. Do not say, this is a stone and not God. Rather, all exist in God, and the stone is a thing pervaded by divinity. And that's what it is. We can say that you're created by man, but without God, where did you come from? Oh, that's right, monkeys. Monkeys. That's what science says. You came from monkeys. All right, who created the monkeys? Every stone, every grass, everything was created by him. He put his essence into it, and he gave it breath so that it can live and die and be reborn in the cycles of life, death, and rebirth here on earth. Everything has that. And rocks don't die. They don't die. Every stone that you see has been a stone that was created by God, part of a bigger stone, and a bigger stone, and a bigger stone. All given with God's powers into the stones, into the trees, into the birds. He gave life. A part of him, an ability to live through, the experience. Just understanding that is that everything has life. Alright, before anything emanated, there was only Ein Sof. Ein Sof was all that existed. Similarly, after it brought into being that which exists, there is nothing but it. You cannot find anything that exists apart from it. Right? God is in all things. Really? Going back to Metatron, it was God that gave them the idea to create these things. The willpower, the tools to create all great things. All things are the creation of God. You deem them good, you deem them bad, whatever. He gave a gift to man, and this is what man created with the gift. The giving tree as he is. You cannot find anything that exists apart from it. There is nothing that is not pervaded by the power of divinity. If there were, Ein Sof would be limited, subject to duality. Rather, God is in everything that exists, though everything that exists is not God. It is present in everything, and everything comes into being from it. Nothing is devoid of its divinity. Everything is within it, and within everything and outside of everything. There is nothing but it. I want to stop right there. I told everyone in my surroundings, but I haven't told you guys. I went out today, and it took me a while, and I was like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's my energy. It wasn't me. The energy has shifted extremely. What do you mean? I don't know where you are, but if you're in Colorado right now and you go outside, you can feel a fall day. That sun is not hitting us like a summer day. It feels like September, October right now. We have shifted. Now, here's the back it up. I felt it, and then I remembered what I'd seen on Facebook. All the animals are migrating. They're catching all these animals migrating. The bears, especially here in Colorado, they caught unbelievable amount of bears, which do not migrate together. They caught them. It's almost Noah scenes. They caught the moose. They're catching all these animals moving in packs. Nobody's paying attention to where they're going and what's making them move. But we're supposed to move with the animals. I felt it today. Are you serious? I promise you, it's not the same heat as 2 days ago. It was summer 2 days ago. It is fall, which means winter is right around the corner. You serious? I'm serious. Where did all the rain come from? This isn't summer rain. We've jumped. We're jumped in time. I did an earlier reading about how time isn't real. We limit time. We say that this is summertime. I'm telling you, go outside. It's not. I don't know if summer's ended and we just jumped into fall, or if we just jumped into the future for a moment and then we'll go back into summer. But you can tell today, it's the way the sun is you can just tell. It's the way that it's sitting. It's not burning your skin. There's a light tone. It feels like the leaves are about to fall. In the blink of an eye, it happened. I was trying to figure it out. Where am I in space? Why does it feel so awkward here? I feel like I'm in a different time. Oh, a different time is here. That's what I kept telling Morgan. I'm not grounded, bro. I feel like I'm out of space. I'm out of time. It's like I am obviously stuck with Metatron again, and I can't ground myself. I kept going outside, and it didn't feel like it didn't feel like our reality. So I figured I hadn't grounded myself into real reality, but then I kept standing there in the sun, and it's like, no, reality shift. Not mine, outside. Can you feel it? The animals know it. That's where they're going. They're going into hibernation way too early. Why are they migrating? They know. It's an inner knowing. We're about to have one hell of a winter. Really? Mm-hmm. And just like that, I told you I sensed something was going on in the movement of this building. So Morgan said today she found out hella people got expiration dates. They have expiration dates on them right now. I was like, ooh, time's up. Time's up. I just want to say, God is in all things, and you can recognize Him. God is in everything that exists, though everything that exists is not God. It is present in everything, and everything comes into being from it. Nothing is devoid from its divinity. Everything is within it, and within everything and outside of everything. There is nothing but it. When you contemplate the Creator, and that's where it is you see yourself apart from God, and then you have to get back to Him. You've set yourself apart in your mind. They set you apart. Who's they? The teachers. When you contemplate the Creator, realize that His encampment extends beyond. You can hear me fight with God inside of me. I'm not yelling at a wall. He's not outside of me. All of them are. That's where people are like, are there voices? Are there spirits? It's a oneness, bro. They want you to think that you're a god like Kanye. You're not a god. You're a reflection of God. What kind of God do you think we have that you're reflecting right now? Projector? Just kidding. This guy wants to be a Nazi and shit. He wants to be all this guys. We've already had people like you. We don't need any more of those. We need more Jesus-like guys. Anyways, just saying. Realize that the encampment extends beyond, infinite beyond, and so too in front of you and behind you, east, west, north, south, above and below you. infinitely everywhere. Be aware that God fashioned everything, and it is within everything. There is nothing else. And that's how God can reveal himself in all manners. Simplistically, dude, in a breeze on your face. You know what I mean? He can hear your most inner secrets, bro, and provide it on the outside. You just like stumble across $20 fucking dollars. Like that girl, bro. That girl needed money. And God heard it, and he made something happen. He made me act in that. Right? God is in me, and he is in you. And the voice of God in you is talking to the voice in God in me. Right? It's what we call is a, energetic exchange. It's the soul exchanging information, dude, beyond what our pride will let us do and say. And that's what happens with animals. People love to be around me and the animals. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a soul exchange. It's a form of communication with unconditional love. Right? God is speaking to me through this animal. And the God inside of me is speaking to this animal. In the essence, it's a mastery in its art alone for animals to come into the world, and for humans to, for the animals to show kindness and the humans to show kindness. There's of two different worlds. So that in itself is a working of God. Do you know what I mean? So like yesterday, I posted it. I got those cards, my crow cards. I am the battle crow. And I get them, and I go to walk to the store, and there's fucking 15 crows on a fucking fence right in front of me. I'm like, all right, God. That's God. God put them there for me. This is for me. This is a message for me. He is talking to me through things that I can see. He's using his world to speak with me. That's what we talk about, light codes, where he's using the voices outside of me. He's using the things, to keep in, communication with me. I just have to be listening. And that's where you tune to God and tune out to the world. It's a beautiful thing. All right, the next one says the chain of being. God is unified oneness, one without two, inestimable. Genuine divine existence engenders the existence of all creation. The sublime inner essence secretly constitute a chain linking everything from the higher to the lowest, extending from the upper pool of the edge to the universe. There is nothing, not even the tiniest thing, that is not fastened to the link of the chain. And that's where you see, and I'm also seeing, it's considered the world card in my, but how everything is hold on. I'm getting one hell of a frequency through my right ear. It's very low. Wow, that was a very low frequency. What does that mean? Like a bowl instead of a high bell? It was like a bowl. Frequencies have different, octaves. So if it's a high ting, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like a bell, a ringing. But this one was low. It was like a sound bowl. Boom. What's going on in your head? It wasn't in my head. It came through my ear. I heard a frequency. Like a fucking radio wave, I told you. A microwave. Actually, I eat out of the microwave, so it's kind of funny. Anyways, going back to this. What did I say? Where did I get stuck with that whole thing in my ear? There's nothing, not even the tiniest thing, that is not fastened to the links of the chain. Yeah, you're all connected. In the circle of life. Maybe it was fucking Phil Collins and shit. Everything is catenated in mystery, caught in its oneness. God is one. God's secrets is one. All the world below and above, all the mysterious one. Divine existence is invisible. The entire chain is one, down to the last link. Everything is linked with everything else. So divine essence is below as well as above, in heavens and on earth, and there is nothing else. Got the enormous download while I was reading that shit. Yeah. What did you get? Oh god. Aliens and shit. What? Really? Okay, I tried to explain this. I'm stopping there. Right now, tonight. Where's that book? Fuck off, motherfuckers. I get transmissions from the Pleiades. Who are the Pleiades? The Seven Sisters. It's a religious story if you go into it, and it's Zeus and all of this. They were casted in the stars. I don't know why this is difficult for you fucking people, but as Egyptians, we laid in the stars. Those fucking stars are gods, right? I will be back up there. You're gonna see a brand new star in the sky when I die, and it'll be there for as long as I decide. Probably forever. In the essence, promise. The morning star? No, we already got one of those. I'm not Venusing this bullshit. Not this time. In the essence, the Pleiades. Tonight, there is a meteor shower of the Pleiades. There's a whole... They're sending a lot of energy to us. Now, as we were talking about the oneness, God created the universe, right? There are multiple realities on many different planets that He created before He created His beloved mankind. There are many in all of His reality. Their job is to protect His beloved mankind. You can imagine in all the galaxies He's created, many of us were not up for that stupid job. Fuck them. You created us for what? Many of us warred against God about stupid mankind. Nevertheless, everything He created before you was created for you. Them especially. So I'm being called to pull this damn book out and talk about the Pleiadians. They talk about this ascension, the planetary revolution that aligns it. God gave them dominion over certain realities. Odin was in charge of 9 realms, 9 realities. Not planets, dickhead. Not planets. Realities. Many planets laid within those realities. This was a huge calling, okay? The stars look over mankind. Always. The planets look over mankind. The alien life forms that you call them, the beings created before you, look over mankind. They are... Where do they get, do they believe in God? Yes. 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 It's not taught religion outside of mankind. We know where we came from. You guys put on the flesh as an unknowing. In essence, you are us. You weren't a species outside of the universe. You were created of all the universe. Whereas certain planets can look down at you and say, look at my little Lemurian starseed out there. For real? Fucking for real, bro. For real, bro. So, again, there's the angelical order, and that's this. This is the angelical order. But in our reality, I am so fucking very serious. Right outside of our Earth's atmosphere, it's not even really outside of it. Behind the veil is an enormous space station with unbelievable amount of beings, and Christ Himself will enter into there, and others, where they make, by God's authority, they create our reality. It's like Hunger Games, bro. I call it the table. Where they put our trials and tribulations. They change the weather. They do all of that. It's just a world that they manage. So right now, somebody turned the clock and said, turn it to fall. So they did. And I felt it down here. Who feels it? Those of us that are in touch with the planet can feel the planet's movements. We see it in the sky. Ultimately. This is angelic order. But God put many orders, and there's so much structured order behind God. He made many creations, you know what I mean, of authority. That's why there's heavens upon heavens upon heavens upon heavens. They're all heaven. Where does everyone suffer? Here? Are there places of darkness and suffering? I mean, sort of. There's outskirts of, where people, again, like hells, where they run to, not follow the order. Dark forces, I suppose. Not really. Just rebellious forces that don't want to be part of the existence. Can you relate? I mean, honestly, I know them. Just wanted to explain that. So, the stars are transmitting information to you because you are a starseed. What do they want to tell you? I don't know. Probably one of these, not your dolphin moves. I have so many pages turned down. Balancing your personal shield, meeting your inner child is what we were talking about. Chambers of light. I knew they had me in something yesterday. Last night I was having these weird visuals as I was coming out of it in the middle of the night. They had me in a chamber of some shit. Have we learned that? No. Chapter 8. Dolphin brain repatterning was originally called neuromuscular cortexual. Oh god, this is what we do over here. Ready, science, firms? Dolphin brain repatterning was originally called neuromuscular cortical repatterning. It is the aspect of the Palladian lightwork that was founded in the principles of the technique of Moshe Feldreich, I don't know, greatly expanded by the Palladians. Neuromuscular, of course, refers to the muscularation, whatever, of the body. Cortical implies the motor cortex of the brain, which rules motor function or physical movement. These three body systems are in constant communication with one another, and the health of the relationship determines the body's structural health and suppleness. The object of dolphin brain repatterning is to free the skeletal system of holding patterns that inhibit you from being spontaneous and free, and that block the flow of cerebrospinal fluid. Alright, so there you go, science guys and medicine guys. That's what we do, is called it cleaning out your chakras. It is a fluid that runs through your spine. Your spine is what connects all of your chakra system. They have a different verbiage for it. They have the scientific verbiage given by him and them and they. Alright, going into this. So, hold on, this was Christ. They're talking about opening your call channels. Tell the Palladians and Christ that you wish to begin Palladian light work and would like them to initiate any preliminary energy balancing, clearing, or healing you need prior to opening your Ka template or your Ka channel. What is Ka? Merkaba. It's your energetic field. It's the main part of the flow system. Ask that the cone of light be, something. And what's going to happen? They're going to beam you up. Sorry, it's funny, but it's not. Is this real? I mean, if they take you somewhere, be sure to take notes and tell me where they took you. It all happened to me, you know what I mean? It's all subconscious. It's a layer of your body. They don't need to take the whole body, just a layer of your body to work with. It's layers of your being. And that's what they say as I'm supposed to get into this. You start as a full piece of God, and then you start going through these layers, and then you come into a human capsule. You have to go back up and take off the layers to get back to God. Still in your human capsule. Really? Pretty much. Call channels. Alright. Number 1. Identify, purpose, and initiate. You recognize your longing for unity with the higher self and God, Goddess, and all that is, followed by initiation of action through which it may come about. Invocation, receptivity, and a commitment to your goal occur. You initiate your first call session. Polarity, understanding of challenge. Then you've got rhythmic flow. Then you got measure and define. Then you got centeredness and divine power. Then you got balance. After that, you have to channel your higher dimensional energies. After that is your harmonic resonance. Then you have realization. Number 10 is manifestation of a goal. Number 11 is dissolution and absolution. Number 12 is universal. Number 13, and I told you, I live in the 13th dimension. When I'm not stuck here with you in the 10th, transcendence. You have attained to Christ consciousness and can ascend at will. That's what they call me in science. I'm a transcendental being. Spirituality says I'm a fully awoken being with full enlightenment. Science, Wiccans and all of this Jewish mysticism is where I come in to say, my past lives and all that bullshit. How do you do all this? You work through your shitty ass thoughts, people. What did we pull today? You're stuck in your thoughts. 8 of Swords. What came after that? Your spiritual work was to be an emperor and take some fucking action. Pull your big pants up, pull your fucking suspenders up, pull your fucking whatever you need to pull up, pull your pull-ups up, and handle the business. And what happens after a tower? Imminent destruction. What are you destroying? A layer of your misbelief, You're still no closer to your angels, but at least you're not believing no stupid shit, and you believe in yourself again. Starts with a lot of empowering moves. You re-empower yourself by being brave and doing what's right for you that you never did before. You really hate yourself for doing it because you're going to lose a lot in standing up for yourself. But as you start standing more and more up for yourself, you begin to be proud of yourself. And that inner child, your inner child hates you for having to give up all your friends and your favorite cupcakes and all this stuff. But you're so proud of yourself. That's that Mr. Rogers moment. Mr. Rogers is proud of us. Really? Yeah. We're learning how to reparent ourselves. How to tell ourselves, yes, we can, instead of no, we can't. How to believe again. How to be spontaneous and joyful, like they said. You know what I mean? It's all limitations to the mind, what you can and can't do with your time, energy, resources, life, money. My first one was my music. I'm 39 years old. I'm about to make my first album. And all of logistics say that I'm going to fail at this. I'm too old. I have no experience. I can't start this late in the game. I've been experiencing it all of those years. I came out pretty fucking solid, bro. If I could replay it, I'd be nothing but proud of myself, given the fact that I literally didn't have any experience but my own. I had ideas in my head that I put on paper, that I put on, you know what I mean, that I cried my heart out on fucking in studios, that then I later made into videos and shorts and, you know what I mean, and little memes. And then I performed in front of people. I lived a dream that I always wanted. Yeah, it didn't last forever. I didn't make it a lifetime, but it was a lifetime dream. And that's where it is. It's like, I wish this could have lasted longer and I could have, had experience in doing it. I had all the experience I needed to do it again and do it better. But it was one hell of an experience, and I said I wanted to do it, and I did it. I put my whole life into it. All my money, all my everything. I was going to do this. This was going to work. Not that I was going to get rich, but I was going to be heard. I was going to be seen. This was going to be great. I was heard. I was seen. It was great. It turned the heads, and it put fucking high-level rappers into chaos, bro. The shit I came out with was pretty gnarly. And I only get better from that. And that's just what it is. It's like, that was that first one. I wanted to do this my whole life, and I finally just did it. I went after it, despite what anybody else was going to say. I was going to do this. And that's what was pissing people off, is I had more drive than people that had been doing it for 5, 10, 15 years. And they're looking at me like she can't do it. And then I'm doing it, bro. I'm doing it. I'm doing fucking collaborations with the biggest names in Denver. I'm literally signed up to do my first show fucking New Year's Eve. I've made videos. I'm doing the shit, bro. I'm being seen by big name people, dude, that like is big. I'm doing it. And in the middle of doing everything, God said, all right, I've got something else for you to do. It was devastating. I had all belief in it and how far I could make this go. But God said, go a different direction. And I'm nothing but proud of the opportunity. And he said that, one day we'll revisit that. And I needed to learn all that it wasn't necessary to do it all those ways. And I can go back and make videos, I can make music, I can do all of this differently and better. I didn't have to spend 5, 10, 15 years learning it. And that's what it is you think you have to do what everybody else does to be everybody else, but you're not them. Let them do all that hard work. Let them work like everybody else works and try to get the same results that everybody else gets. In the essence. So my next album is what? It's a soundtrack to my life. It's a soundtrack to my documentary, which will what? Go all the way. So did I need to do all that? No. Do I need to make music videos for my own soundtrack? I don't need to do any of that. I thought I did. And it was great. I was scared. I was making fucking live videos in downtown Denver on Saturday night during all of the people. I performed on, you know what I mean, New Year's weekend with all of the people. It wasn't like, you know, I jumped in real hard. And that's it. It was a dream, but it took me a lifetime to live it. And that's it. Dream another dream. Dream another dream. Hey, let's finish with this card here. We'll finish with both. I guess I'll find the thing for this. Justice. Justice will prevail. Yeah, that's what God says. All that good stuff. We're in a moon energy. You see all of these? These are all your answers. And that comes from him. This is his language. You should be able to read this based on him and know. I'm learning. I'm learning. Not the name. Number 64. Miel. God who strengthens all things. Invocation. I don't know Latin. I just try. Sisi oculi domini super munietes enim et in is qui spirant super misericordiam ius. Who knows? I tried. Mahel manages the endpoint of a long path, letting things through the focus destined to letting through the focuses destined for manifestations, thus giving us wisdom, coordination, and awareness. However, Miel's work can become contrasting when excess of its actions, instead of stimulating and enlivening the cyclic flow of energy, leads to rigid censures, inflexible judgments, or an imbalance in favor of either party. Well, as I was reading this, I heard a really shitty video from Lumen Moon Tarot. It's like God is getting them. And it's like all of them mocked you. You did, bro. You made fun of me when I cried to you and said, this is God's plan. You mocked me. All of you did. But specifically, I could think of, you know what I mean? All three of you. I saw Bobby, who was making fun of my cards and always pretending like I was crazy. The voices I heard. The voices and you and your Yu-Gi-Oh. He didn't have any respect for my divinity and that my ability to speak with the Holy Spirit. And then you had Russ, who was always trying to fucking put me down because I'm poor and he's rich. His whole fucking album. Look back at how many songs he talked about how fucking up he is. How he's got it like that. And he can fucking, his love language is Apple Pay, and his girls get the best, and his family gets the best, and all of this. He kept rubbing it in, bro. Rubbing the salt in the wound. I've got everything, and you've got nothing. It was his whole fucking intention. And then you got Wolfman. Well, if you want to be a fucking, you know what I mean? If you want to be a peasant and get rid of all your belongings and go live in the dirt and wear scraps, peace to you. But me, I believe you need an ego if you want to be successful and powerful. You disrespected my God and the work he did to me. And you disrespected me. But I forgive you. So does God, but there's a consequence to be paid. You don't disrespect God and his works. He did unbelievable works in my life that you could never in a million fucking years, you slime balls, all three of you. Answer God's calling and put your fucking pride down to do the right thing by God. You people-pleasing pieces of shit. Justice upon you. Once I stopped caring, he stops working. And that's what I told fucking Morgan over and over. These people that snitched me out yesterday. I said, all I gotta do is not do anything. If I take justice into my own hands, then it's my hands that are dirty. I let God fight my battles for me. What do you think he's gonna do to them? For lying on my name. For causing me problems. When all I said was no. I don't want to view a cigarette. They could have took it on the chin, but instead they went and yelled at everyone. She's picking on us, and she's harassing us, and she's this, and she's that. I didn't do any of that, bro. You came to me and I told you no and why it was a motherfucking no. And you went and told on me and tried to make me look like a bad guy in front of God? What do you think he's going to do to you? Going back to the girl that slapped me, she got kicked out hella long ago, bro. Hella long ago. Every single person has been kicked out of here that has crossed me. or that he told me was going to get kicked out. I'm not doing shit, bro. But don't do shit to me. I'm here to, you know what I mean? He put Lilith here to play nice with his kids. I am doing my fucking best. This is so hard for me, and you're going to try to make it worse for me? I don't want to be here to begin with, bro. This is his calling. And all of that, you know, jobbing the shit out of me and taking my pride away from me and making me look like a homeless fucking useless bitch. That was his work, bro, and I told you he was doing it. I told you I was doing this in the name of God. Would you have believed me if I said it was the devil? What the fuck is your problem, bro? And every day you guys watch me with my ability. They're just cards. They are. But I gotta give you... Don't mock me. Don't mock my God. And the God... all of these works and how I work for all of them. Don't mock me, bro. You put a fucking target on yourself playing with me, dude. An absolute target. I am God's great works. I let him work my life, and it's hard so I can go and help his kids, bro. He had to burn my flesh off of me. Burn me down to my core for me to be able to be useful to you people. And you mocked it as I sat there burning in his flames in your name. This was all about being, you know what I mean? Being his worker so I could save his children. I had to go through that. And while my skin is bubbling, my heart is breaking, I'm crying for help. You're making fun of me? And telling all your friends to watch? What's wrong with you people? That's what you do, though. You see something fucked up on Facebook and you share it. Look at this. You share this stuff, bro. You share the negativity. You share the destruction. You backbiting bitches, bro. You love to see people suffer and in pain and struggling. And that's what it said, is they didn't think you were good enough. You were worth it. But now they see that you're worth millions and they want to be part of it. Well, I was always worth millions. You just couldn't see it. You never could see it. And what it was my strength. You weak-ass motherfuckers. Yeah, Bobby never wants to talk about spirituality. What the fuck is Wolfman going to talk about? You want to talk about your demons, or you want to talk about my God? My God is bigger than your little book of demons there, my friend. He rules over aliens and all realities. Your little book of demons there isn't going to get you too far. Where are you in the tree of life that you wanted to tattoo on your back? That's pride. Where are you when it comes to God? The tree of life is ascending to God, dickhead. You do not know God nor Jesus. How can you have a Christ consciousness and get back to God with no knowing? But you want this tattooed on your back, right? Or then there's Lewis that has, literally, look at Lewis's hand. He has Metatron's cube tattooed on his hand with all of the elements. This is a man that doesn't stand behind his, you know what I mean, his brand. He has every bit of spirituality tattooed all over him, but walks in no spirit. He's a prideful asshole, out there for the trinkets of this world. How dare you? And that goes back to you, Marshall, claiming to be the devil. How dare you? Lucifer, I'm a bad guy. You're not a bad guy. You're the best guy. You just have a bad mouth and a little bit of an attitude. But I don't believe you have that attitude in nobody's face. I don't believe you're gonna bring that same energy to nobody's face. You have to get behind a dark room and a microphone to let that shit out. You're a good guy. You're just pretending to be a bad guy. You haven't even seen bad. Bad meets evil. I'll show you both, fuckheads. You guys are clowns, in the essence. Just kidding. But I love you, but no. And no, and no. You guys all disrespected this. And now you're sitting there with your fucking dick in your hand like, oh my God. She's so smart. She's so right. She did it. She's going to be a billionaire. Oh my God. Oh my God. I fucking warned you the whole time. You guys, these stories are going to get out. You better do something. You better do something. You're going to play a bunch of dummies in my story. You're going to delete your page like Logic and act like you didn't have nothing to do with none of that shit? I'm sure. I'm so sure. I'm so sure. I swear. The internet doesn't forget, bro. We'll find that shit. We'll find that shit. I'm that bitch. Give me his name. I'll find it. I'll fucking pull up your voter registration right now, dickhead. Mr. Bobby Boy. Y'all piss me off with that. And that's justice. God's gonna set this right. You had no fucking right fighting me or the fact that I was trying to help you in God's name and I didn't want to. You made it worse than it needed to be. I told him we were friends. You embarrassed the shit out of me. You embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed your ancestors. You embarrassed your calling on your life, Kanye. You embarrassed your children. You're an embarrassment to humanity. Fucking Tom Brady, washed up motherfuckers, bunch of old washed up rappers and shit. Fucking Lewis and shit. Y'all get on my nerves. Alright, this is from your archangels, right? The tarot is justice. The planet is the moon. Sign is Aquarius. 2 of Pentacles. What's the 2 of Pentacles? I don't know. Balancing shit out. Reality, obviously. 2 is about unity and balance and shit. You guys don't have a spiritual world, bro. That's okay. I mean, I'm full of fire and shit, and I'll fucking light your ass up. But as, you know, the Queen of Wands, I can douse it out and forgive you. But because, you know, God forgives you and whatever, and I have to just because what am I gonna do with this fire? It's annoying. You deny people all the time. That's fine. Don't make a show out of your lies. Don't try to show everyone your lies. I've been nothing but the truth, and you tried to tell everybody that I was a lie, and that I was crazy, and that I wasn't worth your time, and that I wasn't nothing. That's all lies, bro. I wasn't a crazy. I was worth your time. I was worth all of that. You told yourself that to feel good at night, and I hope it makes you feel real good every night when those stories come out of how you, my mirrors, reflected back all my healing by your fucked up actions towards me. Bobby says his wife doesn't know. He's gotta be the dumbest bitch in the world if you ask me. Anyways, how long do you think she's not gonna know? What do you think the world's gonna think of you when those stories come out, my friend? How are they gonna view you, Russ? Mike Stud? How you used all of this, and they can prove it based on the fucking copyright dates of your fucking music versus my fucking videos? Really? Yeah, it's all there, bro. It's a fucking paper trail. You left one hell of a blueprint. One hell of a blueprint. Justice will prevail. Which is what? People's judgment upon you for what you've done. God forgave you. I forgive you. Let's see how the world feels about how you treated a Holy Spirit. How you treat, and you wonder why Holy Spirits don't come to you. Why any spirits of any realm don't fuck with humanity. Because you don't have respect. Anything that's not of you must be destroyed. Again. I mean, if the aliens wanted to get into your brain and fuck with it, and God says, okay, then so shall it be. Karma's a motherfucker. What's your conscious? What's your brain? I'm not a manipulator. But in essence, that's what they say is that devil energy, the unseen that you're fighting. A little whisper in your thoughts and how you can't control them. Is that my fault if you can't control your thoughts? How is that my fault when I have over 300 videos showing you how to control your thoughts? She made me do this. She put a spell on me. The fuck I didn't. You're lying to everybody, and especially yourself. I don't fight mankind because I'll win. I'll destroy you. He made me that way. He made me that way, bro. But not this life. I gave up my powers so that they will do my bidding. Okay, you be me, I'll be you. That goes back to my spirit guides. Alright, Pac. You do my job, I'll do yours. Give me your karma. You make sure that I'm safe. Pac is my warring angel. He's there for whatever, he has lots of spiritual authority to be everywhere and do whatever he needs according to God. But when it comes to me, no, he is here till my last breath to protect and guide me to the very end. Protect and guide me. And I told you, he has an immunity and amnesty because he is my personal guide. He is allowed more authority than any other because he is guiding God's daughter. Right? So in essence, if I say get him, he's already got you. And I don't never have to. He'll get you before I even know what's up because that's his job. His job is to make sure I ascend. I take care of his work, our work. We save the world, and he gets the stripes with it. We did it. We celebrate our success. They celebrate with me because without them, I wouldn't be successful. And that's Kobe. We are a team in this. We work for God, who, in essence, we've been incarnated. I, myself, them not so much. Most of us are incarnated to work for mankind. But we don't say it that way because we can't stand mankind. We take our orders from God to usher mankind into the new time. Got it? Cool. So justice is upon you, and you'll have to deal with that. And I told you that earlier, is it's a reap what you sow. The time has come. We all have to atone for our sins. We all have to pay the piper, is what they say. You know what I mean? And that's it. If you have good karma, then the time has come. If you have more lessons to learn, the time has come. And that's just what it is. So anyways, yeah, and the balance and all of that. Was there anything else you wanted me to talk about, God? The gates of holiness. To attain, you must be alone, so that your contemplation not be disturbed. In your mind, cultivating aloneness is the utmost. Strip your body from your soul, as if you do not feel that you are clothed in matter at all. You are entirely soul. The more you strip yourself of material being, the more powerful your comprehension. That's to you specifically, Wolfman. You can't access these higher realms of reality because you're all in your ego. You haven't worked through any of your thoughts, or you don't know who you are. You think that you're some dude named Oscar the tarot reader, and you're all powerful, and you're all these things. You're none of those. The more you strip yourself of material being, the more powerful your comprehension. If you sense any sound or movement that breaks your meditation, or if any material imaging arises within you, then your soul's contemplation will be severed from the upper worlds. Did you hear that? What breaks your concentration or your meditation? Your thoughts. Your thoughts. If any material imaging arises, you will attain nothing, since supernal holiness does not abide with anyone attached by even a hair to the material realm. That's you, ego. You're attached to this world. You want the things of this world. You want your cake, you want to eat it too. You want all great things. You want to be powerful. You want to be successful. You want to make your mark on this planet. You are trying to establish yourself into the world instead of leaving it. That's it. People become spiritual. They have these midlife crises because they get tired of their world, their reality, and they leave it. They get tired of the reality they live in, and they make drastic changes to go back into a different reality. Some of them are low vibrational, where they go back into their inner child and buy, hot rods and start dating 20-year-old women. They want to change their reality. Therefore, prophecy or the Holy Spirit is called deep sleep, dream, or vision. Sum up, even if you are worthy of the Holy Spirit to rest upon you, if you do not train yourself to completely strip your soul from your body, the Spirit will not rest upon you. You can't be in the mind about this. It's not about the mind. You have to literally strip your mind. That's the body. This is a secret reason that a band of prophets has timbrels, flutes, and other instruments. For though the sweetness of the melody, aloneness descends upon them, and they strip their souls. And that's what I told you. about music activation. I sit alone with music. The music activates me, and I can ascend the body. I can leave the body and go into different realms and different realities. I'm still physically here, but not my conscious. It's on autopilot. You could look at me, I'm not even blinking. It's almost scary, like I'm a doll. Really? Yeah, come check it out. It's creepy as fuck. How do I know? Because I can tell that I'm not blinking. I can see through my eyes while I'm seeing it through my third eye. I could tell that I'm not moving. I'm not blinking. I'm barely breathing. I noticed that in the very beginning when I would go into meditation. I could see myself in meditation. I started to project out of my body from the very beginning. The musicians stop the melody, and the prophets remain in the supernal state of union as the prophecy. If you wish to attain aloneness, you must first return to God, from having strayed and missed the mark. Be careful not to miss again. Train yourself to eliminate negative habits such as anger, depression, impatience, and chatter. How do you do that? Acknowledge when you're pissed off and find out why you're pissed off. When you're sad, acknowledge that you're sad and try to get yourself out, find out why you're sad and try to, there's a reason you're sad. I'm sad because, listen to yourself. Why are you sad? Because they won't talk to me. All right, well, talk to yourself about it. Give yourself reasoning. Yourself doesn't understand, and it's hurt. Impatience. You know what I mean? That's a feeling. Why am I impatient? Because I want something to happen. Okay, but let's like a child, let's do something until that happens. It'll happen. And then there's the simple chatter. Blah, 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 blah. Every thought that comes in. You got to take care of this shit. If you wish to attain aloneness and to receive the Holy Spirit, regard every insight you gain and every light you perceive as darkness. When you see that you've attained a little, concentrate more deeply in your meditation until you experience a pure light seeking within your words of the Torah, wisdom, devotion, purity, and holiness on its own, without your will. I'm going to stop there. There's something that happens. I see them, and I have to refocus. Sometimes they're the orbs. I don't think I was supposed to. I don't know. I don't think I was supposed to. I don't know. Sometimes when you're meditating, you'll see a sometimes when you're meditating, you'll see a shadow of an orb, and I stare at the statue. The statue lights up just like this, a golden light, golden light. I keep focusing. Same thing that happens. So there's a download that happens. So there's a download that I'm seeing the one, and it's dancing around the moon. But then it's lifting up, dancing around the moon, right? Dancing around the moon, right? So why am I teaching this? Because before the card, and being touched by the Holy Spirit, whatever, right? Being touched by the Holy Spirit, whatever, right? If you wish to attain it, when you see that you attained a little, concentrate more deeply in your meditation until you experience a pure spirit speaking within the words of the Torah. All right, so when you notice it, right? So I stare, and I notice it's lighting up behind her. So I have to stare longer and longer, and it'll turn into shapes. It's turned into the shape of Jesus, and it came flying straight into me. The last time I was there, I watched 7 beings. This video keeps chopping. This is a deadly video. I don't know if they're gonna let this through. Chopping. This is a deadly video. I don't know if they're gonna let this through. Compel yourself to draw forth the Holy Spirit often. Again, you have to take off all the layers of the after you through your thought. Here, you would have layers of being. And that's what it is. This is beyond being. This is before anything takes form. That's where I'm at in the conscious level of that. And I explain that in all my videos. I'm not going to reiterate all of that because I just did all of that. And that's what we're teaching. So that's how I got here, is by just teaching the climb got us the head. Do I want to read that? Not right now. I'm kind of burnt out. We can read it later. And it's all about, you know what I mean? It's all in your head. Beliefs create all things, but you have to go back to eliminating all those false beliefs that were put into you, and reprogram yourself with new beliefs based on new materials. They could be new materials or they could be old. Just like, you know, I reprogram my beliefs. That's it. What is necessary? Is this? It's a double standard. It's a double-edged sword. No, you can drink. You're already fighting the urge to drink, and you're allowing those around you to partake in something that you don't want around you. It's a double standard. If you're not drinking, she shouldn't be drinking. Nobody should be drinking. I just want to point out, when Marshall went on tour with Rihanna, he had a talk with her that went viral, that you can't be partying like that with me. Really? Yeah, a long time ago. How long? I don't know. I saw him at Lollapalooza at the end of that, so that was like 2017, 16, 15. Who gives a fuck? I'm just saying, is you got to keep a high too. It's okay for them, but not for you. That's a double standard. That's not true. God said it's not good for you. You just can't change them. But they shouldn't be there while he's trying to change you, because they're not trying to change. They're making it harder by keeping alcohol. True? True. Are you the type of person that opens a bottle without them? When you get to your hotel, you open a bottle without them? You order drinks without these people? Well, that's your own battle on top of itself. It can't be any easier when they're opening a bottle next to you. Just want to point that out. Hey, I love you guys. I'm going to go on with myself. Again, time has shifted. It doesn't even feel like Thursday. But it's not, it doesn't feel like summer either. We're shifting. It's a paradigm shift. For all of you that watch me, it's real. Watch what happens next. You can see it in the weather, but you'll feel it. Go feel it. Be primordial. Feel the shift in the energy. Here comes fucking... comes Phil Collins. Can you feel it coming? I mean, can't you feel it? You think it's going to turn back up to 120 degrees? We're going to get all fucked off in the next couple months? It could happen if you're manifesting that. I'm not. What did I say? Early summer? Early winter is what I always say. I'm not a summer chick, bro. I don't like to burn under God's great heat. I'm not cool with that. That's why I told you to send me to fucking Washington or something. I'm not doing that. Alaska? Perhaps. Hey, I love you. Later.